Have you ever wondered what the deadliest plane crash in history is? It's not the downing of MH17 or the crash of the Concorde. It's this accident. This is the story of the crash of two Boeing 747s at Los Rodeos Airport on the island of Tenerife on March 27, 1977. It all started when there was a terrorist bombing at Gran Canaria Airport. Because of that, all incoming flights were diverted to the much smaller and less equipped Los Rodeos Airport. Among the diverted aircraft were two Boeing 747 jumbo jets, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736. As the airport became overcrowded, planes were forced to park on taxiways, and soon after, a thick fog descended on the area, drastically reducing visibility. Los Rodeos Airport had no ground radar. All coordination between the airport and the aircraft in the vicinity relied solely on radio communication. The KLM crew were preparing for takeoff. Their captain, Jacob van Zanten, was one of KLM's most experienced pilots and also a training captain featured in the airline's advertisements. But because of delays and crew duty limits, there was pressure to depart quickly. Meanwhile, the Pan Am 747 was taxiing along the same runway, trying to locate its exit in the dense fog. But then came a series of unfortunate events. First, there was confusion and somewhat unclear phrasing in the radio transmissions between the airport and the two 747s. This led the KLM crew to believe that they had received clearance for takeoff, when in fact they had only been instructed to hold position. Second, despite the fact that the KLM aircraft accelerated for takeoff, the Pan Am 747 was still on the runway, hidden in the fog. Third, the KLM pilots did not have a takeoff warning device which would have warned them if another plane was on their path. And finally, the Pan Am crew did not have the authority to stop the KLM 747 because they were lower on the runway. At the last moment, the Pan Am crew spotted landing lights barreling toward them at high speed. They knew they couldn't make the turn onto the taxiway without overrunning the end of the runway, so they decided to try to swerve off the runway. But by then, it was too late. The KLM aircraft, accelerating at high speed, was unable to take off in time to clear the Pan Am plane. The bottom of its fuselage and engines struck the upper structure of the Pan Am, ripping it apart like a tin can. The impact caused a massive explosion and a fire that burned out of control. All 248 people aboard the KLM flight were killed instantly. On the Pan Am plane, 335 people died, while 61 miraculously survived. Many of them escaped through holes in the broken fuselage before the fire spread. In total, 583 people died that day, making it the worst disaster in aviation history. The investigators later concluded that the main causes were miscommunication, ambiguous phrasing, and a lack of proper coordination under extreme conditions. But they also found that human factors played a significant role in the accident. After the disaster, the aviation industry took swift action to prevent another such catastrophe. Phraseology in aviation was standardized. Pilots and air traffic controllers were trained to use precise, internationally agreed-upon terms, eliminating vague language that could be misinterpreted. Crew Resource Management, or CRM, became a standard part of pilot training. This training encouraged open communication among flight crews regardless of rank, ensuring that junior crew members felt comfortable enough to speak up if they saw something wrong. Ground radar systems were installed at major airports to improve visibility during low-visibility operations. And so the tragedy at Tenerife led to major changes in the aviation industry, improving safety for everyone. In the decades since, the world has seen many air disasters, but none have come close to the loss of life at Tenerife. The 583 people who died on that foggy day in 1977 will never be forgotten. Thank you for watching this episode. If you like the videos that I make, do consider liking and subscribing. It will really help us grow. I will catch you guys next time. Stay safe.